I I'm going to do like I'll show off the entire like gallery, or I'll show off the ones that I don't have right now when I do it.
Yo, 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 my funky friends, welcome to the final finale of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I know I've done a lot of finales. There's the finale when I beat the final boss, I beat the final level, the last one, but this is it. This is the final of finales, and check it out. 200%. Yeah, you see that? I did it. I beat every single level in the game on hard mode. You probably saw that, like the picture I showed right beforehand. That's the picture that you get when, like, right after you've beaten the final level in hard mode. It's not in very good quality. I wasn't recording, so I just took a picture of my TV screen. But yeah, I did it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, it was still bad. It was harder than beforehand. But, like, the thing is, so what you have to do is basically you get one wedge of health and no checkpoints. But the thing is, you're allowed to use any of the four characters. You're allowed to use Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, or Cranky Kong. So that makes some levels really easy. And like levels that already didn't have checkpoints, like these three ones, were actually way easier because I got to use like Diddy Kong, like 7-2 and 7-3, the ones where I had to use Donkey Kong for like crazy clouds. That with Diddy Kong was way easier, and I didn't have to get any like collectibles or anything. So I guess probably what I'll just do in this video is I'll talk about like the game as a whole, but first I'm going to show off the entire extras mode. So I'm going to show off everything. I already showed off most of it before, not counting the 7 new images, which I still haven't seen. I've been waiting for this. So, but let's just go through everything one more time. So, Kong family. We've got Donkey Kong. What do I change item? Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, Rambi the Rhinoceros. These kind of remind me of like the Super Smash Bros. Trophies, you know. Minecart, Rocket Barrel. Speaking of that, Super Smash Bros. More characters announced, but I'll talk about that in a later day. Here's the pig guy, Professor Chop. Alright, oh, is that all of them? Okay. Then we have the bosses. We got... Oh, the bosses on hard mode, by the way, they were really bad. Like, this guy was... They were all really hard. Scowl, Baboom the Boisterous. This guy was so hard on hard mode. Like, he took me forever to do. He's probably the hardest one out of all of them. Bashmaster the Unbreakable, my personal favorite. And Lord Frederick the Snowman King. This guy was hard too. He wasn't as hard. I got actually really lucky with him. Like, you know how you can hit him multiple times, like 3 in a row? Like, every time you get him. I got all 3 hits on him, like, for each phase in one try. So I didn't have to, like, repeat. So I got really lucky with that. We have Tux, Speedy Tux, Tough Tux, Pointy Tux, Trench Tux, Archie, Boombird, Penguin Tux, Papa Penguin, Sorry. Yeah, I've already seen all of these. I kind of forgot most of them. These are all like the rabbits. Fluff, Tough Fluff, Harry, Harold, Leamington. What even is Leamington supposed to be? I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. Hoots, Hot Hoots. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I remember how the fire is actually like moving. Puffton, Tufton, Blue Hoots. And last figurine, Snowman. So we got, these are all the walrus guys. Waldo, Walnut, Walbrick. Is that like a name of somebody? Walbrick. Chum Chucker Charlie, Fish Poker Pops, and Big Sven. So those are like all like the main characters. Now let's go to images. Yeah, check out that star. I got the other 7. So Lost Mango Tears. I kind of like the ones from Donkey Kong Country Returns better, since 1 they had a caption and 2 they were like all actually things from the game, you know, like rather than just concept art. I mean, I think it should be like a balance, like, but pretty much all of these are concept art. There's like that one that's actually looks like it's directly from the game. So I've already seen all these things. It was in my last video, and it kind of just makes you wonder like what happened if all these levels were actually in it. Like that level looks really cool. It's like a silhouette level. There's a that like supposed to be like the Rodent Ruckus one. Images, Bright Savannah. Like the black and white ones are pretty cool too. There's Rambi. Sure have a lot of silhouette level, but there weren't actually that many in the game. There are only like 3 of them. That's that level that reminds me from the one from Donkey Kong Country 2, like the one with purple squawks. That one, that annoying one. Here's what is that, like the Squidicus with a? I've like forgotten all of these things. I haven't looked at this since like the last video, which was how long ago? So that just looks super cartoony. That one's black and white. That's the only one that looks like it could have been in the game, since there was a level that looked just like that silhouette level. That looks pretty. That like Atlantis or something. Pretty sure I said that last time too. Yeah, I remember that thing. This looks like an entrance to the boss, but I guess it was originally going to be above ground or something. Juicy Jungle, we got something. I can't even tell what that's supposed to be. I think alright, that would have been cool. I remember I like that one. Like a balloon or something. I can't even tell. That looks like kind of a slide. That would have been a cool level, like a fruit slide. Oh well. I think that's like the Fruity Factory. Donkey Kong Island. That's like, I guess, Homecoming Hijinks. That's like the ship, only it looks way different. Top of the island. Oh yeah, that's the one that was like on a shield, like shield surfing or whatever. Except we got like that snowball one, which is still pretty cool. I don't even know. Those are like those ice things from the final battle. Like you know how they were horizontal, they're really hard to dodge. I like beat him before he even had a chance to do that attack, so I got pretty lucky with that. There are some names and snowball fight. That I would have loved to have seen. That would have been pretty cool. Images, Hidden Kong Temple. These are all just enemies. I'm not really sure why they're considered the Hidden Kong Temple. These are like all the enemies that aren't Snowmads, right? They're all just like more normal enemies. Yeah, those are all the underwater ones. The jungle, yeah. Alright, those are all the Snowmads. Those are all probably from like Donkey Kong Island. Alright, let's check out the 7 new ones. So first up we've got like 3 things in like different times of the day, I guess. That's like, yeah, that's the thing that's on the moon that I thought would have been really cool. There's the island. Alright, we're getting to new stuff. Alright, so Funky's Flights. That's pretty cool. Oh, those are like the character guns. Like, I never got a chance to show this off since I was always playing with Donkey Kong. But like, on mirror mode, hard mode, when you get to play with other characters, there's like a way of getting them to shoot. So, Diddy Kong's got a peanut gun, Dixie's got a gumball gun, and then Cranky's got a dentures gun, which I thought was pretty cool, a dentures gun. I don't know, I don't even understand how to like shoot it off. It usually just happens on accident. I have no clue what that's supposed to be. That like, I guess some like haunted woods or something. I guess Donkey Kong on a balloon. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I know what that is. That's like, that looks like the ending of that level initially. That was like, I thought was like the Purple Squawks level. I guess that's a boss that didn't happen. Interesting idea. Oh, Bashmaster the Unbreakable. Yeah, I like that one. And Pompey, that's the Pompey battle. So I guess that was it. Those were the. Well, why are these considered seclusions? I don't know. It's pretty interesting. But anyway, that's the entire image gallery. Here's all the music ones. I've already gone over these. I'm just gonna like go through all of them real quick. Okay, that was all done, but then last, so let's do the dioramas real quick, we'll do them again. So here's Donkey Kong with Dixie Kong avoiding like those pink guys. I'm not sure what they're called. Here's Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong avoiding one of those like mouse guys. Here's Donkey Kong and Rambi taking on a Walnut or Waldo or whatever that thing is called. Where is Donkey Kong? Is he on the island? Yeah, he is. Oh, this is one where he's like playing his DS. Yeah, I don't know if I ever showed that off, but if you wait like long enough without moving, Donkey Kong will start playing his DS. Actually, you know what? I may as well just show this off. I mean, I really don't have anything else better to do in this time. Like when I talk about the game, I'll go into a level and I'll be able to show that. There's the Not the Bees in a purple color. Is there like even a Kong in this picture? Is he like in that guy's mouth? Yeah, he is. There's Donkey Kong trying to avoid it. And oh, here's Donkey Kong throwing the snowball, which would have been cool. Oh, do we have all the Kongs? There's Diddy up there, Dixie down there, Cranky, Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So overall, these are pretty good extras, but I kind of like the ones from Donkey Kong Country Returns better since they had a caption and most of them were things from the game, not just like things that weren't. I'm just gonna go back to the first level. Yeah, you can see all the green. Oh, I guess one thing I do want to mention about hard mode, I didn't do it in any of these levels. I did it mostly in here. This is just kind of a minor thing, but you can see like, alright, I'll go to the summary. You see how like some of them, like the Kong letter thing is blue. I almost didn't mention that. Basically, in mirror mode, in hard mode, I always call it mirror mode, because that's what it was called in Donkey Kong Country Returns. In hard mode, mirror mode, there are blue Kong letters, like, instead of the red ones. So if you get all the Kong letters again, it'll turn blue. So you can get, like, blue Kong. You don't get anything for that, but it's just something, if you want an extra challenge. I did for some of the levels. I didn't do them for all of them. Some of them were too risky, too, but I just thought I'd mention that real quick if you want more of a challenge. So, I guess I'll start off talking about hard mode. I already kind of talked about it. It was hard. Some levels were very difficult on hard mode. Some of them were actually easier, but unless you're like a huge completionist like I am, I wouldn't really suggest it. I did it because way back in episode 1, I did say I would do this max percent. I didn't say 100%. I said max percent, which in this case is 200%. So I promised I'd do it 200%, and I did. But if you want to see like all the figurines, I guess that's one thing. But if you want, you can always just like check out this video, and you'll be able to see all the figurines, and you don't have to like go through the trouble of beating it all by yourself. But it actually is kind of worth it for me, since like the first time I was playing through the game, I wasn't really paying much attention to the levels and like the great detail that was put in them. I was mostly just like trying to find all the secrets, but the second time through, when I wasn't trying to find anything, I really started to appreciate the cool levels and like the details. Like for example, you see that way back there? That's Donkey Kong Island. Like I wouldn't have noticed that the first time since I was too busy looking for secrets, but the second time I actually started to notice like all the great things from this game. But apart from that, yeah, if you want a huge challenge, then go ahead and try it. I guess it was, some levels were hard, as I said. All the boss levels were very difficult. Some of the levels that were like especially long were hard because there are no checkpoints, and you'd have to go back to the beginning. The key temples were all very easy because you got to use like and Donkey Kong just took out his 3DS. You can all see that. I thought I'd show that. Oh, he just put it away. Maybe I moved it or something, but like the key temples were easy because they didn't have checkpoints to begin with, so I was already used to having to do them all like all the way through, and you were able to use any of the Kongs, so it was actually easier. Like and then same with World 7, those were all way easier. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I guess I'll name some of the hardest levels. World 4 boss, very, very difficult. The final boss, also difficult. Donkey Kong just scratched his armpit right there. All the bosses were difficult. Pretty much most of the underwater levels were hard. Specifically, like, that one with the current. I don't remember what it was called, but, like, and then at the end, like, all those metal things were falling. That one was very difficult. Rocket Barrel levels, Minecraft levels, they were both hard. Actually, the one I was most worried about, Blurry Flurry, that really hard Rocket Barrel level that took me forever to get all the puzzle pieces, I actually did that level in one try. Was really impressed with that. I was afraid I'd have to do that hundreds of times, but I got lucky. Yeah, that's all about hard mode. You can do it if you want. It'll get you 200%. And then I guess I'll just talk about the game in general. As a whole, this was a very, very, very good game. I'd highly recommend it to anyone who likes the Donkey Kong Country series, or even just wants to try something new. I would recommend it. Probably one of the best platformers I played. Probably one of my all-time favorite, if not my favorite, 2D game of all time. I mean, I have a lot of 3D games I like. I mean, you know, Mario's Galaxy, Mario 64, but in terms of 2D, this one just might be the best. All the levels are very good. They're all very well done. Most of them are very, you can tell, which level is which. Most of them, you don't see them, recycling ideas. Pretty much every level has its own unique concept, which is pretty rare these days. If you showed me a picture of just a level at random, I could probably tell you which level it is, since they're all so distinguishable from one another. So if you have a Wii U, I would highly suggest buying this game. It'll be well worth your time. I will say it's a hard game, not counting hard mode. How many times did I die this time? I mean, I didn't keep a death counter, but if I did, it'd probably be in the thousands. Those key temples, those things were hard. It has a very steep difficulty curve. It gets very hard very quickly, but it's well worth it. The levels are good. It gets kind of frustrating towards the end, but the levels are so good and it's so much fun that it's okay that it's so difficult. And I mean, I don't mind difficulty. I mean, probably when you watch all my videos, you probably think I think otherwise. But I mean, I really didn't have much of a problem doing a lot of the levels over and over and over again. So yeah, like I said, the puzzle pieces, most of them were hidden very, very well. But I mean, if you ever have any trouble finding any puzzle piece, you can just check. I did get every single puzzle piece. So yeah, it's very well worth your time. I'd highly suggest buying it if you're a fan. I'm not totally sure if it would justify buying an entire Wii U. Maybe it would. I mean, probably after Super Smash Bros. Comes out, or Mario Kart 8 that's already out. Maybe then it would be worth it. I'm not sure. It's a very good game. I'm not sure. I think it might be. I'm not sure how it compares to Donkey Kong Country Returns. They're both very good. They're both very similar. I say this one. It has less. I think you might think that this game is short because it has less worlds, but the levels are all longer and more difficult. It has pretty good replayability value. If you want to play a level over again, they're still fun to play. If you so yeah, and it holds well compared to the original Donkey Kong Country games. This is just up there. They're all very good. The graphics are great, the music's great, the level design is superb, the controls are good. I mean, this is a very, very well made game, so I'd highly recommend it to everybody. So I'm not really sure what to do now. I mean, I've totally beaten the game. This is going to be the very final episode. I have nothing else I'm planning on doing. There is one other thing I want to do with this game, but it's not going to be part of the Let's Play. It's going to be something else, something I've never done before that I want to do, but I'm not sure when that'll come. But yeah, so I mean, I thank you all for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching this as I did playing it. I hope you probably try and check out the game for yourself. And yeah, I mean, I'm still doing Super Mario 64, and I'm still I'm gonna keep on recording some of that. I've got some other games I want to play, and I said I want to do one other thing with this game. So yeah, I'll see you around. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I will see you probably tomorrow or maybe later today when I record some more Super Mario 64. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.